Okay, so one of the things that I specialize in coaching, a lot of my clients are jujitsu practitioners. And one thing that has really helped people get through challenges in their lives is equating whatever problem they're going through into jujitsu terms. Okay, so let's imagine that you're super stressed out and it's hard to wake up to get to work, or you just feel immobilized by whatever stress you're experiencing in the moment. Um, I know I've felt that before. A lot of people have felt that before. And, really, if we just succumb to the stress and don't do anything about it, it does add up and it gets worse. And then it's harder and harder to move, and things get locked up, and you kind of get frozen in that moment. Imagine that in jujitsu terms for yourself, right? So let's say I was rolling with Josh, and he put me deep into a guillotine. I don't know if Josh knows much about guillotines, but oh no, there's this guy that's selling guillotine instructionals putting me deep in a guillotine. All right, so if in that moment in jiu-jitsu, if I freeze and don't do anything, his guillotine is probably just going to get better and better, and I'm going to end up tapping, which happens a lot. But if I take a stop and pause, well, not a complete stop, but I give it some thought and say, okay, what do I need to do? He's setting up the guillotine. How do I move my hips? What does he need to do? What can I stop him from doing to get myself out of this bad position that somehow I've gotten myself into? And I attack the problem step by step and just do the next best thing I feel like I can do in any moment to get out of that guillotine. That allows me, sometimes I can escape and I can get into much better positions than where I was just in, with a deep submission around my neck, right? Life is very analogous to jiu-jitsu, and we hear that all the time. But one of my favorite ways to equate the two is to put whatever problem we're facing in our lives into jiu-jitsu terms and say, well, okay, what is it that you need to achieve? What is the next best step that we can do? And we try to break it down into small, actionable steps that we can do right now to make things just a little bit better for us, right? Obviously, in the training room, it's totally fine if you get tapped out. And sometimes in life, things aren't going the way we want them to go, and we've got to just take a step forward from whatever point we find ourselves in at any given moment. And at times that can be tough, but if we can break that down into what is the next best thing I can do right now, what can I focus on that I can actually control, then it helps us move into better positions in life. And if we can do that consistently, it helps us live stronger, less stressful lives that we really want to live. So, yeah, next time you're in a tough spot in jiu-jitsu or in real life, think about, what can I do right now that's going to help me move forward, whether it's developing a plan, reaching out to a friend, messaging us here on Patreon, or, just taking care of yourself, making things better for yourself as much as you can. These are things that can help us get to better spots in life.